So today we're going to talk about crested geckos and how to take care of them. I'm about to open up this cage and show you how. So this is our display crested geckos. Tropical, since it is a tropical lizard, we do a tropical bedding. So what we use here in the crested gecko tank is Reptibark and also the jungle mix. We do about a 50-50% mix of them, and it makes really good soil. So for a one adult crested gecko tank, you can do a 10-gallon tank, which would be something like that. You can also do an 12-12-18. You can do that for a single crested gecko, but if you have more than one, I would say an 18-18-18 would be good for two, maybe three crested geckos. I would never ever put two males in one tank together because they will fight. So you have to be very cognizant of that. Crested geckos just need to be at room temperature as long as it's between 70 and 75. I wouldn't go anything above 78. Anything above that can actually kill your crested gecko. You want to keep them, at a decent room temperature. They do just fine. Your lighting, basically any household bulb will do just fine. Yeah, we use a non-heat source light bulb, so any coil light bulb that we sell would be perfect for your crested gecko. Yeah, so we just use basic branches, fake plants, any type of fake plant that we sell here is perfect for them. A bunch of branches. Your tank must be on the very tall side because they love to climb. They love their hiding spots. When we recommend live plants, we recommend something that's strong. We use Janet Craig variant, the green variant, and then just a mother-in-law's tongue or snake plant, as some would call it. Anything like pothos or wandering Jews, they will just be smushed.
Yeah.
I'd recommend spraying their cage twice a day. They are what we call glass lickers, so they love to drink water off the glass, and they love to drink water off leaves. So we like to very heavily spray them.
Don't mind me, I'm just doing it close up.
Making sure there's tons of water droplets on the plants, on the glass. So for a good 30 seconds, give them a nice spray down. They'll be happy with it twice a day. But the way we have ours set up, we only spray them once a day because we do have a monsoon setup. So we have two nozzles right here. They each spray directly into the middle, so it's like a nice encompassing spray.
Here's our monsoon system. It's got a simple to use. It tells you how often you want it. It's like we got ours set about every 4 hours, and ours runs for about 30 seconds each time. So that's a pretty good duration and cycle to set it on.
So what Repashy it's a specially designed food for crested geckos. As you can see, they've really nommed on it. Basically, it's a powdered food that we sell. You just add a little bit of water, about 50-50 consistency. Almost it kind of makes like a toothpaste kind of consistency. And what the Repashy imitates in the wild is like a rotten fruit that has fallen on the ground. Basically, they get most of their diet from that. Dish, we also feed them crickets, and on the very occasion, mealworms. Mm-hmm. We feed our crested geckos 3 times a week. You could do about 2 times a week, up to 4 times a week, but 3 days a week, they seem to do perfect. The babies we do feed every single day. Babies definitely will eat a lot more protein. It'll help them grow, whereas the adults tend to go more towards the Repashy whenever they grow up. So every single feeding, we always use Repticalcium. We use it on our crickets that I have right here in this bag. A very light coating will do it, so just a little tiny bit. So they all get evenly coated. A nice calcium coated cricket. I just like to throw them in there, evenly coat the whole thing. And they'll catch them. We've got 9 crested geckos, so I put about a dozen and a half, almost 2 dozen crickets in there. So they'll each have about 3 or 4 crickets. Usually everyday maintenance consists of wiping down the glass, making sure everything looks okay, making sure I'm getting all these urates off of the branches and off the sides of the glass. Just wiping up any Repashy paintings. Repashy painting is basically when a Crested Gecko decides to step in his Repashy and climb all over the walls. That's always the best. The water dish, clean it out every single day. Even if it doesn't look dirty, there's always some kind of bacteria in there we don't want to have.
And slime.
And slime. Well, that's the bacteria.
Yeah, slimy bacteria.
There's some more urates in the bedding. Clean out that Repashy.
Yep, there's both.